So I'm doing some grounding here in Dubai, so you know that this video is about to hit you spiritually. It's time for you to remember who you are. You're meant to see this video, and I'm going to talk at you because you need to wake up. You have been letting the outside simulation control you. Like, you have to remember, I've been teaching you guys all this conscious mind, subconscious mind, all this stuff, but at the end of the day, you go back to your room, you go back to your desk, and you fall back into the trap of letting the simulation control you. And that's why I love living in Dubai. You see this right here? This entire place is a freaking simulation that was created in the mind of individuals. It was nothing but desert. And every time I wake up every morning, I remember that I can create my reality. And you know this, but you have been letting the outside world control you. And this is your wake up call to get up there and get after it. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to stop letting the projection control you. Here's how this works. Behind this simulation here, behind this projection is a code. Napoleon Hill talked about it as infinite intelligence. Wallace D. Wattles in Science of Getting Rich talked about it as the formless substance. You may have heard it as all things being connected. Like, here I am being grounded here, and I love it. I haven't grounded in a long time. So you know that all things are connected. And here you are, you're trying to build your first $10,000 month. For some of you, scaling to $100,000 a month is irrelevant. The outside world, the amount of money coming in, the business, the room that you're in, the car that you drive, all of that is nothing but a projection of the consciousness that you have impressed upon infinite intelligence, the formless substance, or the code behind the projection. Let me tell you how this works so you can wake up and remember who you are, take control of your life, and build that 7-figure business today. There is a formless substance behind all the simulation. It's like a code. Like, think about this right now. You hearing me, listening to me, it's not real. All it is ones and zeros that was programmed by YouTube, and you're watching a prior recording of me in time and space, right? You understand me? Look around your room right now. Look at the car that you drive. Look at your bank account. I want you to understand that that is a projection of the code. Here's what you have been doing, and this is why your manifestations have not been working. This is why the bank account has been up and down. This is why you've been stuck. You've been studying. You've been meditating. You've been falling asleep with a feeling of the wish fulfilled. You've been walking as if, right? You've been doing all these things, but yet you feel like it's been inconsistent or stuck, or even worse, it's like you feel like you're right there, and it's like, oh, and you can grasp it. But you keep falling down to the same trap, and the same trap is this. You look at the projection, which is the delayed manifestations of 2 to 6 weeks of the consciousness that you were impressing upon the formless substance in the past. It has now become manifest because you have impressed it upon the code. The code, knowing all it is, that's only one formless substance that lives by the consciousness of man. There's only 2 types of consciousness. One is known as instinct. When the giraffe comes out of as a baby, it does not need to be told to start walking, or the crocodile is going to eat you. It knows what to do. Nobody tells the birds to start flying south. It just knows. Instinct. The second form is your mind, and you have been using it against yourself, and this is your wake-up call. So the formless substance responds to the thoughts, feelings, and actions known as your frequency, right? Thoughts, feelings, and actions. You impress that upon the code, which is universal. All thinking people, including you and the richest people in the world, whether it be in Dubai or your local city, they are impressing their thoughts, feelings, and actions, their frequency, upon this code. Then within 2 weeks to maybe, like, I don't know, maybe about 30 days or so, that projection starts to become manifest. You start to see synchronicities. You start to see the door start to open. You will then look at this projection. Oh my God, little animals hitting me. You will then look at this projection, and you have 2 choices. You will either think truth, or you will look at the projection and you will internalize it and live in slavery. You will continue to live in slavery. What does it look like living in slavery? I know this more than anything. Guys, you guys saw the videos when I was posted when I was sleeping in my car. Slept in my car for 5 months. But I didn't accept that. That was slavery for me to sleep in that car for 5 months. What with cents in my account, not eating for days. Or when I slept on my grandparents' couch when I started working with Bob Proctor and I was $30,000 in debt, no clients, $3,000 a month payment to pay Bob Proctor, no clients, no idea what I was going to do. I could have easily let the projection control me. But I learned what I'm teaching you right now. I learned to reject this simulation. I started to see that it wasn't real. I started to see what the truth was. And I started to see that the truth was the fact that I controlled my reality, because whatever thought that I decided on a piece of paper to write down, like a goal card such as this, and I would write down, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm making $100,000 a month. And I would get a clear image of what that looked like in my conscious mind. Then with feeling, I would meditate on it. I would fall asleep to that feeling, and I would feel as if it was real, and I would magnetize it to me. And then I would take quantum actions. I would compress time and space. I would get a download from the sixth sense of a certain action I should take. And I would go after that action, break a terror barrier, have so much fear, going all in, taking this risk of this download that I got to go and try to change my life. I didn't accept sleeping in a car. All I saw was $100,000 months. I started to remember who I was. And this is your wake-up call for you to remember who you are. You are the creator, all spiritual energy. The same energy that causes a seed to grow, that causes the plants to grow. The same divine energy that's always for expansion and full expression. It lives in you and it wants you to expand. It wants you to grow. But you keep getting sucked in to the devil's language. You keep getting sucked into this. The projection. Not knowing that all it is a delayed manifestation of the old thoughts that you had that were not in harmony with the truth that you have decided who you're going to be, what you're going to have, who you're going to be, and what you're going to do. And you have allowed it to form a thought of what's in front of you. You formed it in your conscious mind, and doing the exact opposite of what I did. You took that thought, put it in your mind. You have a broke bank account. You're inconsistent. You're stuck at $10,000 a month. You're stuck at $1,000 a month. You internalize it because it's so real. You see the bank account, you see the car, you see where you're living, you see the amount of views you're getting, but yet you get emotionally involved in it, and it's so easy. But guess what? Everybody does that. But not you, because you're going to remember who you are by the end of this video. You start to reject the code. You start to reject the projection. You start to remember who you are. You start to hold that image in your mind. You start to plant it into your feeling state. You start to have the understanding that the outside world is a delayed manifestation of the thoughts that you've had in your conscious mind, and that this is a lie. This is a lie. That I have become successful. You know why I have become successful? Because I have achieved what I wanted in my imagination. I am so clear. I have it. I feel it now that if I don't even need it outside of me anymore, I have become one with the thing that I've created. I have it in my heart. And if it shows up in the 3D world, it's a cherry on the top. But you know the laws. You know it's going to show up in your life. You know it will. You need to wake up, brother and sister. Wake up. Stop letting this simulation control you. Start to think truth. It's the hardest thing you will ever do. But once you learn this, you will earn millions of dollars. You'll earn your first $1 million. The moment you learn this, you will earn your first $1 million. You will drive your dream car. You will have your dream watch. You'll live in your dream city. You'll have your dream relationship, and everything will start to fall into place. But not until you wake up, remember who you are, you go all in, and you start to study and learn. If you're not studying, it will not work. You have to study. The first thing Bob Proctor said is, DeAndre, you need to start studying this. Seek awareness. I don't know if you guys can see it right there. When I had my first $240,000 month, and I want you guys to know, I went from zero, most of you know, I went from 0 to 100,000 a month in 45 days. 100K a month, then 240K a month. I got on a call with Bob Proctor. I'm like, Bob, I want to make $1 million a month. And he said, DeAndre, don't seek for more money, seek for more awareness. Like this. As you seek your awareness, you'll raise your vibration. The answers will come to you. The doors will unlock, and you'll manifest and attract everything to you. Seek awareness. Begin to study. YouTube videos, by the way, let me be your wake-up call. YouTube videos are not studying. You need an actual program. I tell you guys this every single day. You need a study program. This is how I did it. This is how I did it. The moment you wake up and remember who you are, you will realize that this shit will melt away, that you are the creator of your life, and life will start to be fun. This is your wake-up call. This is my Miss Law of Attraction. If you want help with this, check first link in the description. Other than that, get out there. Remember who you are. You got this.